Hey, Shorty, how are you, mate?
Hello, legend. What's happening, brother?
Oh, it's another Wednesday, so I thought we'd pop up here and say good day to you, my mate
What's up,
Shorty.
Wednesday? What's up,
What's up?
Wednesday?
I know, right? And I just love it because it's time to reconnect. It's time to bridge that gap. The time is now, and we're doing it with a smile. Yeah, and I love it. I love it. And just over a week away, Shorty, and I get to embrace a man that I love with all my heart again. Like it's hard to believe that you and I have only met 3 times. We've only met 3 times, and next Thursday we meet again for the 4th time. But this time we're coming to my community. We're coming, you're up there in Lennox Head, and you're coming down to my community, Frankston, where my heart is, where my community is, where my men are. And I just adore it, and I can't wait to pick you up from the airport, give you a massive hug, let you know how much I care. But I'm going to talk today about mateship, right? And deliberately. Behind us, you can see Renee, chief old bag. and I love this card because Renee's from Hot Promos. Now, Hot Promos have sponsored Frankston. They've sponsored us. They've given us some fuel to get behind Frankston, and I can't thank them enough for that. That's mateship. That's walking together. That's supporting one another to do a bigger thing, to do things together so that we all grow, so that we all have the opportunities, and you and I, Shorty, mateship, right? Mateship. It's something that you and I embrace. And I think we embrace a really healthy style of mateship. So I'm going to throw it over to you because I've just taken straight over this morning. And I'm going to ask you what mateship is. What's it about?
I love that word. It's a really connecting word. It's a word that conjures up a feeling of connection, love, support, being there for one another, striving to be the best versions of ourselves together, and knowing that someone's got your back. And for me, mateship is the ability to talk and talk and talk, to sit in silence, to know that no matter thick and thin, left or right, up or down, someone's there, someone's got your back. And we go through this journey called life, and it provides lots of opportunities. And it's the ability to surround ourselves with those mates that help us, but also push us and strive us to be better versions of ourselves, because that's, we're either moving forward or moving backwards. There's no standing still. And so when we surround ourselves with mates that really help and support us, but also push us to be better versions, that's just beautiful. It's a lovely feeling. It's a great connection, and it's know that you've felt heard, you're feeling seen, and you're feeling valued. And that's for me what mateship is.
Yeah, and I love that, right? Because it's such an important part of you and I. It's our relationship, but it's we do the things we do because our kids are watching, right? We're the role models for our future generations. So our actions are being watched and embraced by the younger generation, and they're learning from us. So what can we teach them? What can we gift them so that they can improve on, right? Because in order to be a success, all I believe we need to be is a better version than our parents. We're a better version than what we grew up learning. And I think that's well and truly achievable, even if it's just one thing that you improve, that's an improvement. And then that's how we got to this wonderful place of where we are right now. But I'm gonna read you something quickly because I think this is very apt for what we want. So I was looking around for mateship, right? What's mateship mean? What is it? Where is it? So I've gone to the Oxford Dictionary, and I love this. Mateship, companionship or friendship, especially between men. Mateship began in the harsh world of the penal settlement in Australia. Do we need to rebuild mateship right now? Do we really need to put our hands out and say, "G'day, mate, how are you?" I think we do. I think it's something amazing. Like mateship. Going over to Wikipedia, mateship is an Australian cultural idiom that embodies equality, loyalty, and friendship. Russell Ward, in the Australian Legend in 1958, once saw the concept as central to the Australian people. Mateship derives from mate, meaning friend, commonly used in Australia as an amicable form of address. And I love that. I love that because I don't care about your race. I don't care about your religion. I don't care about your preferences. I care about your mateship. I care about how you are as a human. I care about how we support each other as a human. I care, as humans. How do we, how do we evolve? And I think we're at an extraordinary time in life. I think we've learned so much about what abundance brings us and what's been gifted to us in life. What is it that we're really about? What does it mean to be human? What does it mean to be a mate? Who are your mates? Where is your mateship? I want to find out. I want to grab this because I think this is an awesome thing, right? Good morning, gentlemen. Great topic. Love your work. It is a great topic, and it's something that I don't think we talk enough about because I know, Shorty, you and I are very poignant about our mateships. We're very poignant about our circles of influence, right? Because that's how we grow, is by the people we're around.
I want to hear from you though. What is mateship from Scott Carson?
Yeah, I love that because mateship for me is that deep care. And when I put my hand out to grab yours, you know I'm holding it. I'm not letting go. You're important to me, and I want you to know that. You know, we've got the handshake as with a pair of socks being handed over. It's not an accident. I want to hold your hand and let you know that I'm walking this journey called life with you. That's what mateship is to me. Mateship says to me that I want to be a better man for you, for me, for my son, for our community. I want you to walk that journey with me. How do we become the best versions of ourselves? Through mateship. Mateship is so important. You had something to put on there, Shorty.
Where does or where did mateship come from you? Where did you learn mateship?
That's big. Geez, you've rocked me today, haven't you? You've done good there. Well, more recently, mateship came from the Moorabbin Football Club. You know, when guys put their heart on the table and share with me their honest opportunities in life. And I honoured them so much by being out there on the football ground with them, so much so that I've got a scar for life. That's my mateship. You know, but I'm going to go back even further to when I was on the streets. And then I was gifted the opportunity to go and live with another family. John Damon offered me mateship just by saying, here's a safe place to land. No judgment. You know, you got shit to work out. It's mateship. Mateship is a mate turning around going, I got you. After he turned around and said, I've got a crazy idea. You in? He goes, I'm in. I said, I haven't told you what it is. I'm in. Okay, let's run from Sydney to Melbourne. Oh, yeah, no, I'm in. And I love you for that, Shorty. I love you for that. You know, like, I'm just going to grab this comment, if that's all right, Shorty, because I think it's a pretty cool comment.
Definitely.
You know, mateship, it's a connection between hearts rather than minds. Easy for most women, more difficult, but so essential for men. And I love that. I love that because who are your mates? Who are the men that connect between hearts? That is a great description, by the way. I think that is phenomenal.
Awesome.
I wish I knew who that was. If you want to comment in the comments, just because it hasn't popped up, I can go to Stalkbook, but if you can comment, that'd be amazing. But grab that from me, Shorty. I want you to grab that. How does that feel hearing that?
Yeah, I mean, it's so beautiful because that's the essence, right? And it is, women can do it really well. And I think when guys can get out of their heads and into their hearts, gosh, it is that a beautiful connection. That's when you don't have to speak. That's when you can just sit and be. That's when you can just know that someone is there for you, with you, beside you, supporting you, pushing you without even saying a word. And that is that connection piece going from your head to your heart. And yeah, hit the nail on the head. Thank you.
Yeah, it's beautiful because it's hey, it's Vaughn.
You.
Yvonne to our boss. Love her. Just what a heart she is. And thank you, Yvonne. That is, I'm not surprised that come from you, to be honest. Thank you. Yes, and we will do a live very soon, Yvonne. But I do want to go a little bit further with that and about because what can you do with love in your heart for a mate, right? What can you achieve? Recently we were up at Lismore and I don't think either of us were at our peak physical condition, but we still punched out 40 Ks just cruising. Mateship. We're connected with people through Mateship. John Craig, Alan Stevens, Murray Parr. That Mateship. That I now take more heed at standing at Tucky with the 5 men in my life that just were there. We were just present. And we didn't say a single word to each other. We stood in the presence of five men, stood in the presence of 4 other men without saying a word, and were just present and accepting in that moment. And that for me was mateship. That for me was, mate, I got your back no matter what. I'm just here. I want to be in that presence, and I love that. And I think it's something that we want to do more of. Now next Thursday, Shorty. Oh my God, it's coming around quick. Mateship, right? We want the men. We want our mates to stand with us. Just stand. Be present. Yeah. Something beautiful happens when we stand in that. And I love it. Shorty, in your life, there's been times where mateship's been super important to you. Can you give us a couple of those moments?
For sure. Growing up, mateship for me was the sporting field and the surf. Knowing that you've always got a mate on both of those arenas. And growing up, through the separation of my mum and dad, that was a very trying time. And coming back to my mates always helped me through it. Going through some challenges at school, coming back to my mates always helped me through it. Going through girlfriend issues, coming back to my mates always helped me through it. Going through different business opportunities, coming back to my mates always helped me through it. And so the importance of mates, and you would know with your Sunday sessions, and I had something very similar in Sydney where every week there was half a dozen mates would run, swim, and have breakfast together, and you could just tell each other your week or your opportunities, your challenges, and everything in between, and they would just sit and listen. Yes, there was heaps of banter, but that was the healing process that we went through it. That we listened, and then if there was an issue, we put on the table and we work together and help one another support. But it didn't stop there. It'd be the check-ins through the week. Hey, how you going with that? Is there anything else that we can do to help and support? And if you and looking at now, we chat every single day. How you doing? What's happening? It's that checking in, that's the support, and that's no matter what you're going through, what I've gone through, knowing that there's someone in my corner. And one of my best mates, I would probably speak to him once or twice a year. But growing up, we were inseparable. I know I can pick up the phone and call Ryan, any moment of the day, and he'll have my back. He's always there, always supportive. And that's when you don't have to speak to them every day, or you can speak to them every day. Either way, they've got your back.
I'm going to grab that. because you just cracked an emotion and you just felt every part of that mateship that was
Totally.
so in your heart.
Yep.
You know, like, and I appreciate that. I've got a mate over in the UK who's exactly the same. I don't have to speak to him very often, but he lives in my heart. And I know at any time I can pick up the phone and call him, and he's got the same. Pick up the phone. I need to talk to you today. You know, there's many a time where I've been coming home late from a function, and you know what? I'm just gonna pick up the phone. I need to get home. It's late. I'm tired. Probably pushing the limits at my sleep meter. So I'll pick up the phone and call him and just say, "Hey, bud, I'm getting home today. You got 5-10 minutes to get me home." You know, like, and I think they're the kind of things that I just love. So pure, honest mateship that's just unconditional. You know, and yeah. And that's something that in today's day and age, like I literally spoke to Paul Purdon yesterday, and Paul Purdon's one of my closest mates. Like I love him with all my heart. Like, you know, it's funny because we talk about, you know, acting with love in our heart. How do we talk with love in our heart? What are the things that our heart space is? What is, you know, can we come from that? Yes, we can. You know, what are we choosing, love or fear? And we come from that. But we're talking yesterday, and it's just, you know, there's so much that happens in your life. Life is encompassing so many different opportunities. I mean, that's what life is, right? It's challenge, growth and challenge, growth and challenge, growth and challenge. But to have that mateship, to have that, it just gives you so much strength, you know, and it's the strength that gets you through things that you didn't think you're going to get through. You know, I can't wait for next year, Shorty. Like, it's okay.
I just want to grab that and segue into next Thursday, because you could be watching this, you could be listening to this, you could be reading this, and you may or may not have mates around you that support, connect with you, help you, support you. So let's make a difference. Let's change that narrative. Come to the event next Thursday night in Frankston and feel what it feels like to be supported. Come to the event next Thursday and feel the connection with Scotty and I and all the people in the room. You won't be left alone. You'll be supported. You'll feel connected. This is an opportunity to get outside and connect with like-minded people who want to reconnect, who want to bridge that gap. Because you know what? That time is now, and you deserve it. So come to the event next week and let's start a different narrative. Let's feel connected. Let's feel supported.
Yeah, and that's awesome, Shorty, because that's one thing that I want more than anything at the moment. Actually, I'm sticking my hand out and I'm asking for your mateship. People of Frankston, I'm actually asking for your mateship because we're important. You know, I've got a couple of quick shout outs, Shorty, because there's some amazing people at the moment that are really getting behind us. And I'm actually going to do this, right? This is going to be funny and I hope it works. Right. Okay, so right there, the audio was also removed, but I wanted to put up the business card. So I wanted to put up the business card of Hot Promos because I think they're, you know, to get support, you know, like both David and Renee don't live in Frankston, but they know the difference that mateship makes. They know the difference it makes when you reach out and say, "G'day, David and I." Hopefully, one day David will jump on and we'll share how we met for the first time. Excuse me. How we met for the first time, because that was very pivotal to why this is happening. But I also want to give a massive shout out to Justin Summerskill. Now, Justin Summerskill's raised $700 for Frankston, for the Smiles for Frankston. $700 has gone into the kitty because he created a night for a dinner, and someone auctioned it out, and that went through to $700. Someone paid for it, and that comes through so we can hand out some socks. It is awesome. And I've got a big one. Now, Shane Donovan, if you're watching, I hope you watch the replay. Shane Donovan from Impact Real Estate, he does a Christmas tree, right? And this is something extraordinary that I'm going to announce now, and he puts Christmas presents under the tree and then hands them out to kids and families in need this time of year. I was one of those families, Shorty. When we were growing up, single mum, 3 kids, it got us through a Christmas. So with Justin and Shane, we're going to have another dinner auctioned off, and we're going to promote the hell out of it to get money to buy socks to put them under the Christmas tree.
Amazing. Because
I know the difference those socks make to the kids. It's been proven again and again and again and again. And I know the difference that makes. But here's the thing. 1 + 1 + 1 = 4, 5 more. And this is the thing that you and I talk about, right? 1 + 1 = 3. Mateship. 1 + 1 = 3.
Yep.
When you put your hand out and shake the hand of another man and you're in his presence and you're looking after each other, you can create more. But we create better role models for our kids and our community through Mateship. So, I'm pumped. I'm pumped, Shorty. You know, like it's funny. It's life throws curveballs, life throws opportunities, and you know we were meant to be running from Sydney to Melbourne. Ripped my bicep off, didn't happen. You know, maybe just maybe for this reason, maybe just maybe we needed to create some more mateship before we do this to give us more fuel to get it done. So, from my heart to yours, Shorty, I love you. Okay. I love the support. I love the mateship we have. I can't wait 1 more week away and I'll get to give you a big hug again. And if you haven't seen the first time Shorty and I met, I'm actually going to post it up in a couple of places because it's one of the greatest moments. Just 2 blokes who have, you know, been putting our hearts on the table, learning one another, and we've been doing it for 2 years and then finally meet. Like how extraordinary it is that you don't have to be physically with someone in order to create that true heartfelt mateship. And I love that.
Love you, brother.
So,
thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Shorty. All right, well, have an amazing day, mate. And listen, Facebook, people, unicorns, smilers, campers. This is what it's about. Mateship, connection, hearts. That all starts with a smile. So thank you so much. Have an amazing day. And now I've got to find that bloody button. All right. Take care, folks. Have an amazing day. Cheers, Shorty.